is one of the most intimidating environments in all of sport. And with a war drum beating, the crowd has begun its battle cry here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys still unblemished to start the year a perfect 6-0 heading into this one. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up, because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 59 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mendoza. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Mendoza. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. A run out of the gun with Genty. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Mendoza. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Genty. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Lion. 18 Buffalo, 18.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down on to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They run the option on second down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This is caught. It's caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Mahomes going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Quickly to Kelsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Mahomes takes it himself. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Butker's kick here is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he has been a monster in the red zone here these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To throw is Mendoza. Throwing to start the drive. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming down and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw out wide to Walker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Now Mahomes. A repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Mahomes now to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Kenneth Walker from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Mendoza going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 36 yards. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Gay is on for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in his first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. In motion, the tight end Kelsey. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Will get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll bring him back within a point. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And here's Mendoza. A final shot before break. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Starting to feel like fall out.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Mendoza from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On first down, it's Genty. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mendoza now, operating from the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, it's Genty. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Genty. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Short throw caught by Bowers. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Go! Half the 60, half the 60. Buffalo 18. Go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
60 Bisons, go!
Back to throw. Mendoza. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Sargenti is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
19 tight.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
Yellow. 180. Right side.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Walker now on 1st and 10. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
His throw caught right around the 6. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. First and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Walker will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Mahomes will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger, trap 60, go.
Now Mendoza throwing to start the drive. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. A run straight ahead with Genty. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a 2nd and 6.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
60 back to throw. Mendoza. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On the give, Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man right side is Rice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Straight ahead, Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They run again with Walker. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Las Vegas, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.